Alright, so IGN just exclusively launched a teaser trailer for the next Resident Evil CGI movie. Without further ado, let's just get right into this thing. Yeah, this zombie here, just straight up looks like the Joker. He's got the Joker grin like carved into his face. He's wearing green and purple. He's got greenish looking hair, pale skin obviously because he's a feckin' zombie. Got Leon there, of course. Leon's in all these things. The story seems to be taking place on Alcatraz Island, which is, a really awesome setting, potentially, for a Resident Evil story. I'm kind of surprised I never thought of it myself. We've done prison locations before, like Code Veronica and Revelations 2, but doing Alcatraz specifically will hopefully be an interesting setting for this movie. Got our boy Chris Redfield here, actually looking like he's on vacation for some reason. It's interesting that they didn't change him to look exactly like in Village. He doesn't look, to my knowledge and to my memory, he doesn't look all that different than he did in Vendetta. Just he doesn't look quite so odd. They've obviously done some tweaks to update him. But yeah, it's nice that Chris is back. Big ass megalodon looking thing under the water there. That's gonna be... if this was a game, I'd be like, that would be a hell of an intimidating boss fight. I'm curious how it'll come into play in the movie. How much is it going to be featured? Because I do believe we see a glimpse of it again later on. Somebody's letting loose a whole underwater cage of lickers. Unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think we've ever seen lickers swim. I'm not sure I ever even thought about the idea of a licker swimming or being able to swim. I don't know, it's at the very least it's a neat visual. I'm going to go back to that computer screen in just a second, but here we have Maria Gomez, one of the villains from RE Vendetta, and this is how this is going to play out as a direct sequel to Vendetta. Because she did survive, best I can remember, I believe she did survive the end of Vendetta, so this isn't some crazy revival shenanigans, clone nonsense, anything like that. She is just back, wearing the exact same outfit, I guess. But I'm assuming this is Leon that's facing her down. Can't tell, of course, and I'm not even sure if the hair matches from behind, but to my best guess, I think this is Leon. Is this the lickers surfacing? We got our boy Chris in his RE Vendetta gear. This probably takes place not long after. Just going purely off the looks of it. And after looking it up real quick, because I couldn't remember off the top of my head, Vendetta was set in 2014, according to the Resident Evil wiki, anyway. So this new movie could also be set in 2014, immediately after Vendetta, or it could take place, sometime in 2015. We know, obviously, by the fact that Chris is wearing his BSAA gear, that it's set before Resident Evil Village. Village has not happened yet, because obviously in that game, he has split off from the BSAA, has his own team called Hound Wolf. It's a dumb name. But that's how we know this, where this takes place in the timeline. Subscribe for more like this. Of course, we have to have Leon on a motorcycle again. That's a thing they keep doing with these CGI movies now. I think that's where they get their funding for these last couple of CGI movies. It's product placement. They get paid to feature them. Helps make the movies happen. And here we have that sea creature again. Let's see if I can... Ooh, damn, yeah. Yeah, that's like Del Lago 2.0. I do wonder if we are going to get a variety of BOWs here. Are we going to get some Plagas monsters or infected? Are we going to get some T-virus? Could even get some G-virus. I don't know. Anything. This could even be a G-virus monster for all I know. It could be one that's mutating out of control. It's just basically everything's on the table. Except for mold. I'm assuming the mold will not come into play because this will be before RE7 and RE8.
Resident Evil, Death Island.
I loved they brought back that voiceover. But next we have our biggest shock of this whole thing that I think a lot of people are going to be focused on. We have the return of Jill Valentine. Holy hot damn. Although, my thing is, why does she look, and I mean this, why does she look exactly like she does in Resident Evil 3 Remake? Looks like it's the exact same outfit, same haircut, same face model, obviously. This should be well after the events of Resident Evil 5. And obviously Jill went through quite an ordeal throughout the course of that game. She was under Wesker's control. Her skin and her hair had been bleached by, a side effect of the virus. Last we heard of her, she had been in quarantine at the BSAA. and that was pretty much it. She's also potentially holding a samurai edge here, so this could just straight up be a flashback of some kind to something, during the time of Raccoon City, before the fall of Raccoon City. It's so weird to me that we finally see Jill in a new canon story that's not a remake, but she looks exactly like she did in Resident Evil 3 Remake. It's kind of making me think this has to be a flashback, unless they just got really lazy with her design for this. But I guess we're going to have to see. It's at least nice to see her being featured in a storyline again. It's just you can't help but wonder what the plan is here and how she's going to be featured. But yeah, CG animated film, summer 2023. I'm actually excited for this. I didn't care too much for Vendetta, and I really, really dislike Infinite Darkness, the CGI Netflix mini-series that we got, which, let's be real, was basically just another CGI movie that was cut into, half-hour episodes? So in my head, I consider it as another of these CGI films. So I haven't liked the last two. I try to be optimistic. I try to think maybe the next one will be better. But for now, let's go back and look at some of the things I skipped over because I'm slow. Leon's actually rocking a blue jacket that reminds me of his casual, starter outfit in Resident Evil 2 Remake. So, going back to the Jill thing, maybe they are just getting kind of lazy for the character designs in this one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm not saying it in a positive way. It's just, this is all speculation. We don't know what this is going to be when it comes out. It's all speculation. I'm just kind of rapid fire, shooting out things that come into my mind. Saying them as I think them. Oh shit, the cup says Rebecca. CM plus CC XWC. I don't know what that is. But this person's hand seems to be wearing a lab coat. Maybe this is Rebecca here that we're seeing. Either that or we're just going to get a special cameo by her hand. Okay, this is what I was trying to catch before. Right there, it specifically says mosquito drone, I believe. Definitely says mosquito. I think the second word is drone. Yeah, now let's go ahead and before I let you guys go, let's just look at the official description for this. It's like the plot synopsis they're using to promote it. It says, DSO agent Leon S. Kennedy is on a mission to rescue Dr. Antonio Taylor from kidnappers when a mysterious woman thwarts his pursuit. Meanwhile, BSAA agent Chris Redfield is investigating a zombie outbreak in San Francisco, where the cause of the infection cannot be identified. The only thing the victims have in common is that they all visited Alcatraz Island recently. Following that cure, Chris and his team head to the island where a new horror awaits them. Death Island is a new CG animated film and sequel to Resident Evil Vendetta. So yeah, that's why I say it's being marketed as a direct sequel to Vendetta, because it is. Distributing film worldwide, excluding Japan, summer 2023. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to go on. We don't even have a lot to speculate on. Obviously, the big takeaway is we're about to see Jill again, and it's nice. I just hope they do it well. But I'm not trying to be negative, and that's kind of all I have for you guys right now. I'm Baffled, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.